Come to me and watch this video.
I am Josh13 and I would like to express my gratitude for liking and commenting on my videos. It helps the algorithm. Thank you. Myth becomes reality in Vampire Masquerade, where the nights are not just safe for the mere mortals, but also for your fellow vampires. Because you play as Justice, a vampire that won't hesitate to kill and find a way to obtain the ancient object. But when you are a vampire, be sure you're on the top of the food chain. Become better. Become the apex predator. Just like all vampires, even Blade, they need blood to survive. So throughout the game, you'll be giving a lot of neck kisses and munching on rodents. There's also an ability that you can use, like Stealth or Demon Trap, which uses up your life force. There's also a skill tree where you can upgrade your abilities. So it's wise to sniff out blood while you're roaming the city of Phoenician. Just take roaming with a bit of salt. It's a linear story driven game. They do try and give you a free roaming feel, because you have a hub that leads towards the missions. Stealth is a big part of the game, because at the end you will get a stealth bonus and an untouchable reward. But they'll also have boss fights, so there's a bit of combat and shooting involved. And blood sucking is kind of a mini game, with best results when you stop between the lines. Help me reach immortality here on YouTube. You can do this by liking, subscribing and leaving a comment. And remember, it's all appreciated. From all the things you can become in VR, becoming a vampire is something I found pretty cool. Yet a key feature I was not a fan of, and that was the teleport attack. On humans it was an instant kill, and I'm unsure what I did to make it happen. Did I break his neck by jumping on him or her? I don't know. Sticking to teleporting, if you have watched my videos, I kind of complain about this subject matter. Teleporting does not have to be bad, but it is in this game. But I always hope they add an option to jump. I did like the climbing in the Masquerade, it was quick and easy, and this is because you could grab everywhere you wanted on the object and it was forgiving. You use teleport by pressing circle, and you can use your abilities like stealth that you have selected by pressing and holding X. By holding square you can see your abilities, you select them by moving your hand. Later in the game you can grab arrows from your blood. You do this by holding the triangle for the menu, then pressing L2 on the arrow that you like. All three arrows have different purposes for their uses, like the corrosive arrow. These are used to break down metals, and collect hanging metals that hang from places. I said I was a fan of the climbing, yet I was not a fan of grabbing things like books and rats. And this includes blood sucking, more often than not. You grab them by the shoulders, but to activate the bite, your hands are somewhere on your waist. What made me think I had to ask for permission first before biting. When you play a vampire, a prince of darkness, you need to make sure the sounds are ominous and thrilling. And they do this well, with the theatrical music, but could fit the time and place of the game. The most sound effects I found pretty cool, yet biting someone in the neck reminds me of taking a big bite of a peach. The fruit, not the emoticon. The rats that are present in the game, just like glass breaking, did sound accurate. The voice actors I found alright. The audio is very clear when they speak. For the most part, I like the look of the Masquerade. With the artwork that they used, I found it teleported me to an old novel with a gothic style finesse. It does kind of feel like I crossed over to the dark side, prowling the dark alleyways in the search of blood. Yet I did not expect to do this on rats. I would like to see myself as a high-class vampire. Yet, when you're dying, every drop of blood can count. Something I did like was the liquid in the bottles. It's a shame that it did not leave a puddle when you smashed it. The eyes of the vampire looked really cool, they had a glow to them. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't mind having glowing eyes too. Anyway, I did encounter some saving bugs. One was especially annoying. This was a save point right before a boss, where I would not have any visual but the game was playing. I kept dying and there was only a small window to open up your menu. And I believe saving point update could fix this. I would give this game a 7 out of 10. The last level games are getting better each game they make, and that's a good thing for everyone. They were even kind enough to give me 3 free games to review. But I digress. Being a vampire is really fun, but it's not yet a game I'm personally looking for. I'm a person who prefers combat over sneaking around, but this has stealth written all over it. There are boss fights, yet I found the controllers more fitting for sneaking around. It only takes 2 punches to take an enemy down. And when they're down, you cannot even feed on them. There should be like a 5-second rule of some sorts. Overall, from all the stealth games I've played so far, I would prefer the Masquerade over, for example, Jurassic World. because this time you have something to fight back with. So if you're into stealth games but you also fancy a bit of combat, then Justice has you covered for about 6 hours of gameplay. Again, thank you for watching. This one took a bit longer. Some games have longer game hours. So stay tuned for the next one.